scheduled for one fall.
I mean, there's
for the AAA American Championship.
Well, QT Marshall, no shortage of confidence and arrogance, looking down on Chicago and all of AAW. He just got here. Oh! What up, Hunk? Uncle T with quite honestly, the opportunity of a lifetime here tonight. Think about the shockwaves this would send through the world of professional wrestling. It would make him an overnight star, a sensation before our very eyes. Knocking off not only the head trainer at the Nightmare Factory, but the fightingest AAA Latin American champion in history. Solomon Tupu is somebody who's found himself. He's no longer under the control of Chucky Smooth. He knows how to have a good time, let his hair down, let his freak flag fly. He told me he's going to win that Latin American title tonight and take the celebration down the street to Mr. Beefs. I hope he can make it happen. This is QT Marshall. He's on a path to become the fightingest AAA Latin American champion that there's been. He's on a path to, quite honestly, reinvent himself and change the narrative on who QT Marshall is, and what a place to do it here at Joe's Live on Weed, here at AAW. There's a lot of words I think about when I see the name or the likeness of QT Marshall. One of them has never been Luchador, but QT Marshall went down to Triple Mania, the biggest series of events every year for AAA, and it was in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. He beat Penta, El Cerro Miedo, down there known as Pentagon Jr., in a violent, bloody ambulance match, and came back in Mexico City to down Jalisco, Tejano Jr., and Pentagon to win the Latin American Championship. We talked about how big it is to beat Silas here in AAW, to beat Manson in AAW. Penta may be the most recognizable modern-day luchador in the world. QT went to his house, stalked his family, played mind games with Mr. Cerro Miedo, and beat him twice. That's huge. One of those things that's almost unheard of. Well, like, think about the lineage of the men that have held this AAA Latin American Championship. Obviously, the aforementioned Pentagon Jr. You're talking about El Hijo del Fortuna. Oh, man! Johnny Mundo. The list goes on and on. And we may be in this early. We may be an eyelash away from seeing a new man crowned. Oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, Tupu at the splash. Tupu off the top, but there's no referee to count it because those damn leeches. Alonzo and Chuck Smooth. Oh, they can't stand to see anybody else out-succeed them and prove they're better off without him. Chuck Smooth was trying to scheme Joe Alonzo's way into this contest at the beginning of the night. These damn politicians and these pests, you said it right, these leeches. Solomon Tupu's his own man, a free man. He's not under the reign of Chuck Smooth anymore. Let him have his moment. And this crowd coming alive for Uncle T, who's even more motivated and driven now because he's already proven to himself he can beat QT Marshall, referee in position or not. If he can do it again, he becomes a worldwide established name. As now QT Marshall sent back into the ring by Solomon Tupu. Again, fans watching on High Spots TV, we urge you to use the hashtag AAWChaos and let us know who's walking out with the AAA Latin American Championship. Most recent champion before QT Marshall was Ray Fenix, of course an AAW favorite, was unable to defend his championship due to his schedule with All Elite Wrestling, and as a result had to relinquish it. QT filled that vacancy, and to do it, he beat, as we mentioned twice, Fenix's own brother, Pentagon Jr. What a tangled web we weave. Oh, but I'll give credit, QT Marshall, incredible shape. He's a thinking man's wrestler. He's a student of the game. Of course, QTV on All Elite Wrestling with
Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, another former Latin American champion. And QT, man, he's on top of his game.
QT Marshall maybe at a time in his career that he's putting on the best QT Marshall that there may be, but Solomon Tupu realizing you have the opportunity of the lifetime at your hands here. Nobody home, Marshall able to move out of the way. You mentioned it, student of the game, obviously trained at the Monster Factory, has spent some time underneath the Dudley Boys, has spent some tutelage under Diamond Dallas Page.
Look at this power! A standing vertical suplex on a man of 300. Oh! Danny Moonsault! 2 count only!
And you said he's not a luchador!
Oh, Dios mío! I don't think Chicago's won over yet.
No.
Listen, I think a lot of QT's athleticism and his raw in-ring talent get overlooked because his mouth is so damn big, and sometimes he won't get out of his own way. But QT Marshall can go. There's no doubt about that. He doesn't, rub elbows with the Cody Rhodes and the Diamond Dallas Pages of the world because it's a charity case. He does it because he earned it every step of the way. DDP hand-picked QT to pass down the diamond cutter to. He's never done that with anybody else. That shows you Dallas Page sees a lot in QT Marshall, even though he may be a little bit or a lot of bit overbearing.
It's the AAW faithful firmly behind their Uncle T in a disrespectful back chop from QT Marshall. May have just awakened a beast.
Yeah. It's QT and Uncle T.
Oh, and a heavy right duct.
I wouldn't want to trade fisticuffs with Uncle T, Mr. Marshall.
Time and time again, Tupu gaining the upper hand. Marshall with a do-si-do reversal. Shoulder tackle taking the Latin American champion off his feet 2 times now. Haymaker ducked. And a back suplex from the challenger puts him down.
I think so. Solomon Tupu's feeling it. He's been watching his wrestling films. And QT is reeling. I hope Hugo Savinovich and Lucha Libre Online are watching this feed, ready to call this story, because we're going to crown a new Latin American champion.
Tupu sizing him up. Tupu with his eyes on the prize. On the shoulders goes QT Marshall. But an equalizing shot sends himself off. Uranagi puts down the champion. And now Tupu with the cover. Tupu's going to do it. No!
If Hugo Savinovich were here right now, he'd be screaming, brutal, brutal, peligro! And these fans want to see international history made.
Solomon Tupu within an eyelash of joining the likes of Psycho Clown, Dr. Wagner Jr., and my personal favorite, Chessman, as Latin American champions.
Oh, you're the kind of person that would like Chessman, aren't you? That guy's sick. How about Hijo del Fantasma, now known as Santos Escobar, former Latin American champion?
So many AAW alone have held that championship. It's kind of crazy when you look at the lineage.
QT, maybe remember in AAW, it's just a flat splat in top his way.
Nobody home. Tupu crashing to the mat, and now Marshall heading to the outside, now looking maybe go to the high rent district. Oh, springboards off into a DDT. Underrated athleticism.
Shades of Fuego del Sol by QT Marshall with a tornado DDT.
Oh, and now.
Yeah. Shades of another man with world titles to his name. And Tyler, anybody can hit a move, but DDP taught QT how to perfect that move.
Perfect it, and most importantly, hit it out of nowhere.
And Tupu has no idea what's coming. Uncle T maybe going to Mr. Beef's alone. No, wait! Handspring! Ichiguri! And, oh, no. Tupu elevates the one-man flapjack.
Tupu flapjacks the champion, and now sizing him up one more time. Wow! Solomon Tupu with a Samoan Destroyer puts the Latin American champion down, and that's gonna do it. Tupu now! How is QT Marshall able to kick out? How is QT Marshall able to keep going, Joe Dombrowski?
Este Lucha! This is a tremendous Latin American title defense. QT's got that faraway look in his eyes. This title means so much to QT. And we got the best in the game.
And the referee reminding Solomon Tupu this contest has not ended. This contest is still going. You are still fighting for that Latin American championship.
I trust Perch to make the right call. He's the best we got. And Tupu knows he's got to keep fighting through. This means so much to QT. He spent so much of his own money to stock and torment Penta to get this opportunity.
Oh! Gamangiri catches him. And now Marshall has Solomon Tupu hoisted on that top rope.
This is going to end very, very badly for at least one of these men. It's high risk, but it's what QT needs, and maybe what Solomon can capitalize on.
Uncle T had him scouted again. And now off the top, discard! Bang! Diamond cutter out of nowhere! Joe Dombrowski, QT Marshall retains the Latin American Championship.